College basketball Saturday. We have both teams here taking a step up in class, and that is Purdue versus Old Dominion. Yesterday we had Georgetown in our NCAA picks, and they won, so that was a good pickup for us. We're doing pretty well. We're up so far for NCAA basketball just a little bit. Let's get to this game right here. I like under the total between Purdue and Old Dominion. Two good defensive teams, although they've been playing well offensively. Now with the step up in class, though, I look for a good defensive battle of two well-coached teams. Let's talk about Old Dominion. Let's talk about them first. All right, offensively on the year, the Monarchs, they come in, they're averaging 74.3 points per game, shooting 47.6% from the field and 37.5% from beyond the arc. Jeff Jones, very good defensive coach. He's just coming off the offseason, battling some health issues, and they're led by arguably the best player in Conference USA, Trey Freeman, and they can score. They got some very, very solid players inside and outside, very strong from the perimeter, but this team is based on defense. So far on the year, they're allowing 52 points per game, 32.5% shooting from the field, and 22.9% from beyond the arc. Those are some of the best averages in the nation right now. And they're just a solid defensive team. If they're going to make the NCAA tournament and be a Cinderella type team, they know the foundation's got to be there defensively. And today against Purdue, they're going to have to play great defense if they expect to win this game, which could be a tight affair. Purdue's got some really good players. But last year, for example, Old Dominion, their first 14 games, they were 13-1, and they only allowed 3 of those opponents to score 64 points or more. So they're a defensive-minded team. Look for them to get out there and defend Purdue really, really hard. Purdue, on the year, offensively, they've been just phenomenal. They're averaging 94.7 points per game, 53.7% shooting from the field, and 44.3% from distance. But again, all against lower class teams. They're led by Raphael Davis. I like Coach Matt Painter. I'm a big fan of old Gene Keady back in the day. But Matt Painter, I've always kind of liked him. He's never seemed to have just the right amount of horses to make that push. But I think he's an underrated coach. He just hasn't had much success at Purdue. But I think with this year, they should make some noise. They have some really solid players. Like Davis, I just mentioned, they got Indiana High School Player of the Year, Caleb Swanigan. He's leading the team in rebounds. And they're tough all around. Isaac Haas is a sophomore that's come in and taken over the center position from A.J. Hammond. So, they have a good core group of players. They're expected to make some noise in the Big Ten, and I expect that they will. Still defensively, that's where they're going to have to get it done. On the year, they're allowing 60 points per game, 33.2 shooting from the field, and 27.9% from beyond the arc. Again, like Old Dominion, all solid numbers, and that's the guts of this play. I think both these teams, they know now with the step up in class, they have to step up their defensive game. That's where games are won in March, and I look for them to do that today in early November, or early in the season, but late in November, for them to play some great defense today. So I'm going to take under the total of 137, and I wish you guys luck on your picks today.